Hello students, today I am going to take the session on the regular blackboard so that you are able to clearly see the blackboard and understand. Now in the previous lectures अभी हम लोग क्या पढ़ रहे हैं? वेव ऑप्टिक्स वी हैव स्टार्टेड. उसमें हमने यंग्स डबल स्लिट एक्सपेरिमेंट की पढ़ाई की. So in the previous chapter we studied about wave. We studied about a general wave कि वेव में क्या क्या पैरामीटर्स होता है. Wavelength, amplitude, wave speed, frequency, superposition of waves also I told you. Now in wave optics we are studying that we are now doing wave optics. Right? Here we are studying light as a wave. Okay? Because light has certain parameters. किसी भी चीज को अगर मुझे वेव बोलना है, if I have to say something is a wave, it must display some characteristics, some phenomena. The three are, the first one is interference. The second one is diffraction, and the third one is polarization. Third one is polarization. All these three, if they are exhibited, you say that it is a wave. And light does that. Light exhibits these three characteristics. We started our discussion with interference. Okay? We studied about Young's double slit experiment, YDSE. We studied about Young's double slit experiment. So this is the whole thing, We have started this polarization because of the COVID and all that. The syllabus is very much reduced. However, I will try to give you some input about polarization also. Interference and diffraction are there. Okay. So this is the background. This is the background under which we are studying. Now, we were studying about yesterday. Again, we did little bit revision about YDSE. Okay. In this, what we are doing? There is a source, original source, and here you are putting one screen. Here you are putting another screen. Okay. This is screen 1, you can see. And this is screen 2. And what does this? It is emanating waves. Here you have created a small hole. Here you have created a small hole, S1 and S2. Okay? And I told you why it is not like a particle. I gave you the example of a bullet. Okay? And now we have seen all those things. So this is the distance between the screens. Capital D is the distance between the screens. Alright? And here small d is the distance between the small d. Here we have two slits. Here we have two slits. And small d is the distance between the slits. Slits as the light is. So in our discussion we have seen that you are seeing a alternating bright dark kind of pattern is observed on the screen. Okay, this is what is YDAC. So here you have seen that there is a central bright is there, central bright, then after bright dark will come, after dark bright will come, then dark, then bright. Okay, and same pattern here also, bright dark and so on, till where it depends upon this theta value. Okay. Now, if you see in our previous discussion, we have an expression. Let us say I pick a point here. I pick a point P, and I want to know whether it is a dark. There is a constructive interference happening there or a destructive interference happening there. We have derived an expression for this. Let us say this distance is y. Okay. So this is the pattern we are forming now. I'll just remove this. So this is the general pattern. Let's remove it. And let us say this is y. Okay. So we had an expression for this y. How to find y means we have derived an expression. Y is equal to n lambda d by d. Y is equal to n lambda d by d. So n is a number, integral number, lambda is the wavelength, d is the distance between the screens, and small d is the distance between the slits. Now here, understand, this d should be considerably large than small d. Okay, d should be considerably large than small d. So this is d, let us say it is 50 centimeter, and this is 0.1 centimeter. It makes some sense. Okay, so that is what we are following here. Okay, now we discussed about fringes. Okay, we talked about fringe width. So this till here we have seen now. Okay, and just take a screenshot and just we have already discussed these points. So for fringe width also we discussed a point. How does that formula has come? You see here, I'm just removing this. Here I told you that there is a central maximum. See, dark means, remember this, dark means minimum, and bright means maximum. Bright means maximum. So basically what is happening? There is some wave which is propagating from this pole, and this wavefronts concept we have discussed. Secondary wavefronts I have told you while discussing Huygens principle. I told you about secondary wavefronts. Initially, primary source will create the wave. If you recollect, when I was discussing about Huygens principle, initially primary source will create the disturbance. Then it will be taken forward by the secondary wavefronts. Okay. So this wave came up to here. Now there is a secondary. These are the secondary wavefronts which are taking it forward. What is happening? These waves are interfering with each other. So when they are interfering, we have discussed that they can be constructive. Interfering means what? See, this is a wave y1. Some wave y1. Y1 is equal to a sin omega t. Like that we can write all those things we have discussed. And similarly, this will be some wave y2. So as per the principle of superposition, we said that we can follow this concept of adding the displacements. This is the principle of superposition. Superposition principle. Isn't it? So while adding here, see what is the general equation? Y is equal to, let us say, a sin omega. Okay, a sin, the general equation was a sin px minus omega. There can be a phase also. Okay, here a is the amplitude. Alright, now when you are adding these two, I told you that in the case of constructive interference, amplitude increases. Amplitude will be simply addition of these two. Okay, amplitude of y1 will have some amplitude and y2 will have some amplitude. Okay, and simply adding them. So you will be getting maximum amplitude. You will be getting maximum amplitude. In the case of destructive, okay, see, when you added these two things, it can be done constructively or destructively. This is what we discussed. We are just revising what we have done in the previous class so that everyone understands what I was talking. You are simply adding these two. It can be added constructively. Constructively means what? When you add two wave functions, you get maximum amplitude, and in destructive, you get minimum amplitude. Minimum is 0. Minima. Okay, you get 0 amplitude here. These are the dark spots. So at the minima, you are getting the dark spots. At the maximum, you are getting the bright spots. And this pattern is continuing. Because this pattern is there, you are saying that it is a wave. Okay? If it was a particle, that wouldn't have been the situation. This whole thing you have done. Now, what are we doing? Here, there is a center maximum is there, then dark. Center maximum is in center, maximum brightness is there, dark, then bright, then dark, like that. Then we discussed a concept called fringe width. Okay, let me just remove all this. Okay, just take a screenshot. Okay, so here if you see, this is bright, you can say central maximum, bright, dark, dark. From dark center to dark center, there is a gap. From dark center to dark center, there is a gap. Or from the bright to the next bright, there is a gap. Okay, there is a gap. This we are calling as beta. You can take consecutive darks or consecutive bright, upward or downward. These are called fringe width. Beta is what? Fringe width. Okay. Now, how to calculate this? See, if I calculate y of n is this. This is y of n, right? Y of n. What is y of n? See, for initially n is equal to 0, then you got n is equal to 1. How you are going to get this? Let me make another new sketch. Let me remove all this. This is the screen. This is the central line. This part is n is equal to 0. Okay. Now this is n is equal to 1. See, this is central maximum. Now this is dark. Then again n is equal to 1. You got bright. You got n is equal to 2. You got dark. You got n is equal to 2. You got bright. Okay. So these are all called orders. First order, second order, third order, like that. How many orders we have to take depends upon this theta, depends upon this angle, depends upon this angle. Now, if you take bright to bright or dark to dark, that is the fringe width. So here y of n, it is the general equation. Okay, so y of n is n lambda capital D by small d. So what is y of n plus 1? Simply put n plus 1 in the place of n. You are getting what? N plus 1 into lambda d by d. These two, lambda d by d is not going to change. Okay. Now take the difference. What is the difference now? Beta is equal to y of n plus 1. Okay. It is, simply put, it is like this now. See, from here to here it is yn. So from here to here, are you able to see? This is y of n plus 1. This gap only is beta. Okay. So you can take lambda d by d common into n plus 1 minus n. Both got cancelled and you got lambda d by d. This is how you have got. Okay. This is how, whether you take the dark fringes or whether you take the bright fringes, you are going to end up with the same thing. Okay. So this is what it is. So that is one point. Now we will talk in terms of path difference. Often you come across this term. So here we have seen there is a source and there are two slits. There is a screen. Okay. And we are calling it as S1, S2. This is the central line. You are taking a point P on the screen. You are taking a point P on the screen. And what are you trying to find out? See, if I see this is a wave, you just connect these two. Okay? Mind you, these are not straight lines, these are basically waves. These are waves. Okay? They are not just straight lines. Now, at this point, are you getting a bright fringe or a dark fringe? How do I know? I will know based upon the path difference. तो पाथ डिफरेंस को सिंपल में अगर मैं बताने की कोशिश करूं तो यहां से यहां तक कुछ तो डिस्टेंस होगा. अगर हम पाथ डिफरेंस इज मेजर्ड इन सेंटीमीटर्स, मीटर्स, यू नो, लाइक रेगुलर डिस्टेंस. यहां से यहां तक कुछ तो डिस्टेंस होगा. मान के चलो यहां से यहां तक 98 सेंटीमीटर है. ओके. और यहां से यहां तक 100 सेंटीमीटर है. इन दोनों के बीच में लेंथ में सम डिफरेंस देख लो. 100 minus 98, 2 centimeters. The 2 centimeters is the path difference. Simple language में बस यही है. Alright. So depending upon the path difference, we will write path difference as S2P minus S1P. S2P minus S1P. S1P minus S2P क्यों नहीं लिखा? क्योंकि पाथ डिफरेंस को पॉजिटिव में बोलना है. You have to say path difference is positive. Here S2P is more simple. Now, if S2P minus S1P is n lambda, okay, and is what? Integers. You are saying bright fringes are forming. Okay. We are talking in terms of path difference here. If it is 2n minus 1 by 2 into lambda, 2n minus 1 by 2 into lambda, okay, then dark. ठीक है। तो यहाँ पे पॉइंट, इसके प्रीवियस वाले में वी हैव डिस्कस दिस y, ओके। ये और ये दोनों अलग अलग चीजें हैं, दे आर टोटली डिफरेंट थिंग्स। व्हाट इज दिस? This is the dislocation of the point P from the central maximum. And what is this? This is the path difference between the two sources. And here we are saying that D is very high compared with D. वो वाला case we are talking about. Okay? So you should know these two conditions. N lambda means lambda 1 lambda, 2 lambda, 3 lambda, like that. And you can see here, I showed you an example, you may get 1.5 lambda also. I think I discussed one example also, okay. Just refer the previous one where I took two cases. Shall we discuss that also once, so that just for revision, okay. Just take a screenshot. क्योंकि अगर ये वाला टॉपिक कर रहे हो, ये तो बेसिक चीजें हैं, ये तो पता ही होनी चाहिए। आई टुक वन एग्जाम्पल, ठीक है। तो फर्स्ट एग्जाम्पल में मैंने क्या किया था, यहाँ पे लिया था S1 लिया था, S2 लिया था। आई टुक ए स्क्रीन, वी टुक ए पॉइंट, which is basically like this, I told you. So this is 7 lambda, this is 9 lambda. This is example 1. So here what is the path difference? PD is equal to 9 lambda minus 7 lambda, which is 2 lambda. 2 lambda is an integral multiple of lambda. So this is creating bright constructive interference. Okay. And another example was, we took this example, I took a point here, just join these two. This was 9.75 lambda and this was 7.25 lambda. This is source 1, source 2, and this is the wave. Alright. Here what is the path difference? Here path difference is, see, path difference is always expressed in terms of lambda. So it is 9.75 lambda minus 7.25 lambda. It is 2.5 lambda. It is in this format. The second one, 2n minus 1 by 2 into lambda. Okay. So depending upon the path difference also, we can say constructive interference happening or destructive interference happening. Okay. So previously we talked about why, the discussion of it. This in terms of path difference. Please note the difference in these two. Now let us discuss a few points about amplitude and intensity also. So when you said that there are two waves y1, y2 emanating from the slits. Obviously it will have corresponding A1, A2. What are these two? Amplitudes. What are these two? Amplitudes. So there will be a resultant amplitude. So similar to that, the parallelogram law what you have seen. Okay. It is root over A1 square plus A2 square to A1 A2 cos phi. Okay, this is the resultant amplitude. And we discussed about, there is another physical parameter, intensity I, which is proportional. This amplitude will have some intensity and this I is proportional to square of the amplitude. Okay, the square of the amplitude. Now there can be a situation that for this y1, y2 waves, in both cases the amplitude, individual amplitude A1 is equal to A2 is equal to A. It is possible. A1 is equal to A2 is equal to A is possible. Okay. There are two waves and both may be having same amplitude. This is the general equation. So similarly, for the resultant intensity, I is equal to root over I1 square plus I2 square plus 2I1 I2 cos phi. Now everything depends upon this phi. This is phase difference I told you. Okay. If you have not understood, then this is phi is what? Phase difference. Okay. Phase difference means phi 1 minus phi 2. This is the phase difference. What is phase and all that we have discussed in wave chapter. If anyone has still doubt on what is phase, you message me. Maybe I will try to again explain you what is phase. Right now you understand that phi is the phase difference between y1 and y2. Now what can happen? In the case of bright, it attains the maximum value. What is the maximum value of cos phi? It is 1. So this expression becomes I max becomes, I am assuming again that I1 is equal to I2 is equal to I0, some I0, both are same. Amplitude same, their corresponding intensity is also same, because intensity is proportional to A square only. If amplitude is 2, intensity will be 4. If amplitude is 4, intensity will be 16, like that. So what will this expression become? This will become I0 square plus I0 square. This term we are calling it as this cos phi has become 1 when in the case of bright. In the case of bright, what will happen to this? It will become 2 I0 square. Okay. So this is simply 2 plus 2, 4 root over 4 I0 square. Okay. So if you remove this, it is becoming 2 I0. So intensity also got increased. Intensity also got increased. Suppose you want to write it in terms of general expression. This I just took a special case, I1 is equal to I2 is equal to some I0, some standard value. I said both are same. I1 is 10, I2 is 10. You want to write in terms of general expression. This will become I1 square, I2 square plus 2I1, I2 will become. Okay. So what is this under the bracket? This is I1 plus I2 whole square under root. Isn't it? I1 plus I2 whole square under it. Am I doing it correctly? See, I think we have goofed up here. See, I said that I is proportional to A square. This formula, what will happen? Here A square term is there, no? So this will not be like this. Here you need to make a change. Maybe I did a small stupid mistake. A is equal to root over A1 square plus root over A1 square plus A2 square plus like that, no? So you can write it as, if I take this term, square it both sides, this will look something like A square is equal to A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos phi. ठीक है? थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे कचरा हो गया है. हाँ. A square is what? I. Okay. And A1 square. A1 square is I1. I mean, we are talking in terms of proportionality, no? I1 is proportional to A1 square. Just please make a small correction. And I2 is proportional to A2 square, right? and a1 it will be 2 into root over I1 and root over I2 बराबर cos. This is how ये फॉर्मूला में से ये आ गया. Okay. Amplitudes we are adding like that parallelogram law. However, they should not be added like that. But okay, this resembles that parallelogram law. That p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta and all that what we have done. It resembles that little bit. And so this is the combined intensity of I1 and I2. So यहाँ पर cos phi value will become equal to 1. Okay. Now if cos phi value equal to 1, when it will become in the case of bright? So this will become I is equal to I1 plus I2. I am doing the general formula. So cos phi is equal to 1 मतलब ये क्या हो जाएगा? 2 root over I1 I2 हो जाएगा. Okay? 2 root over I1 I2. Can we write this as root I1 whole square plus root I2 whole square plus 2 root I1 root I2 a square plus b square plus 2ab. So this is becoming root I1 plus root I2 whole square बराबर is equal to I. समझ में आ गया स्टेप कैसे किया मैंने? So ब्राइट केस में क्या होता है इंटेंसिटी I is equal to root over I1 plus I2 whole square. That means we can write the same expression as root over I is equal to root over I1 plus root over I2. ऐसे आया मतलब ठीक है. ये रूट मत भूल जाना जो मैंने यहाँ पर कुछ कलाकारी कर दी है पहले. Okay, we are all prone to mistakes, isn't it? And sometimes we do stupid mistakes. So ऐसा आया मतलब ठीक है. तो ये हो गया ब्राइट केस. अभी डार्क केस एक डिस्कस करेंगे आज के लिए, वहां पर कंक्लूड करेंगे. ठीक है. तो डार्क केस में क्या होगा, यहाँ पर इसको स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो. डार्क केस में क्या होगा, दिस cos phi वैल्यू what will happen? Cos phi when it is 1 it is maximum. Cos phi when it becomes 0, cos phi when it becomes minus 1, what will happen? Just think and tell me how to get the minimum intensity. How to get the minimum intensity? Did you note it down? Just note it down and tell me. What is phi? Phase difference. Here phase difference is 0. Here phase difference is, this is phase difference is 0. Okay, 0 means what? 0 degrees. अगर phase difference 180 हो गया तो, phase difference 180 हो गया तो, which is 180 degrees, what will happen? This value will become minus 1. This value will become minus 1. If you see that case, okay, in that case what will happen? Here you are adding up the amplitudes. There what will you do? You will take the difference of amplitudes, isn't it? Now the phase difference, दोनों एक ही फेज में होंगे तो मैंने क्या बोला था, एम्पलीट्यूड को ऐड करेंगे. दोनों आउट ऑफ फेज होंगे, टोटली रिवर्स फेज में होंगे तो क्या बोला था, उनका डिफरेंस लेंगे. A1 difference, A2 U2. So this expression what it will become? I am just writing over here. देखो ये ब्राइट केस कहाँ डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, cos phi का वैल्यू 1 मैक्सिमम. ओके, एंड वी आर टेकिंग 180 degrees phase difference. Cos phi value will reach its minimum. Okay, now cos phi value can become 0 also. Cos phi value will become 0. What do we get? This term will become 0. We are discussing a case where there is a phase difference of 180 degrees. So phase difference is also measured. The phase difference is measured in terms of radians. किसी को भी phase का कुछ अगर डाउट आ रहा है मेरे को पर्सनली टेक्स्ट करो, मैं उसको फिर से समझाऊंगा. ठीक है. तो I am taking cos 180 now. So this will become -1. It becomes -1. I will become, this is I1 plus I2. 2 I1 plus I2, and this is what? 2 root over I1 I2 into -1. Cos 180 is -1. Okay. So यहाँ पे हमको क्या मिलेगा? यहाँ पे हमें मैक्सिमम मिल गया, यहाँ पे हमें मिनिमम मिलेगा. So I minimum. So this is I1 plus I2 minus 2 root over I1 I2. Going by the similar logic, यहाँ प्लस के जगह पे माइनस आएगा. A square plus B square minus 2AB will get. So this can be written as I1 square plus I2 square minus 2 root over I1 I2. Or in simple terms, it is root over I1 minus root over I2 whole square. This is your I minimum. Only thing is phase difference I have considered as 180 degrees here. ठीक है, two cases I have discussed. Or this will be simply root over I minimum is equal to root over I1 minus I2. ठीक है. So this is the, so in today's class we discussed about amplitudes, okay, resultant amplitudes, and we have also discussed how to find the intensities. The general expression is this. This is the general expression. How it has come? बस इसको याद रख लो. ये पैरेललोग्राम लॉ का जैसे है. क्वेश्चन में जैसे भी देता है वो, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द फेज डिफरेंस वैल्यू, you have to work it out. And sometimes they will ask you the ratio of I max by I minimum. Whatever they are asking you, you have to calculate in this fashion. So with this I am concluding today's lecture. We will see some more points tomorrow. Okay? Sure.